for my computer that I couldn't. Yeah. Okay, that's a little better. Alright, let's take a breather. Let's do a 60-second one. we had this weird angle. And then we gonna play that other one. It's like this, like he's gonna be here.
While you live there?
No, not much trouble. The neighborhood's pretty good. At least we call them Happy Fun.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Nobody's perfect, and some hide it better than others. I mean, the people's picket fences aren't so white and perfect when you take a closer look.
Seems like you know a lot about the neighborhood and your neighbors.
Well, I'm on the city council, run the book club. I meet a lot of important people in town. I know almost all the neighbors.
Yeah. How did you get on the city council?
You don't know how that works in your position? I was elected.
Did you run against anyone?
No, and that's not the point. Nobody would beat me.
How about crime? We don't have a lot of reports of being called out to your particular street, but would you say it's pretty safe?
Oh yeah, very safe. Of course, Alana has had her troubles growing up. Other than that, it's fine.
Troubles with Alana?
Well, mostly kid stuff, delinquency, fights, shoplifting, that sort of stuff.
Fights and shoplifting? Really? Do we have any record of that?
Not that I know of.
She seemed like a normal girl.
Well, I know her father tried to raise her right with his military background, but maybe it's something about this town. It makes kids more tough than city suburbs. Maybe it's how remote we are once you go out 10 miles in any direction.
Actually, in terms of records, we just have the neighborhood crime report dating back the past 50 years. It's squeaky clean. Only 2 break-ins in the 50s where collectibles were stolen with a note, religious. But all the paperwork from before the 90s was scanned in and records weren't really checked for accuracy.
What else?
That's it. Oh, well, actually, we had 1 report of suspicious snooping a year ago.
2 or 3 reports for 6 decades. Really?
Yeah, maybe a glitch in the database? I don't know. I can check again a different way. Maybe it's connected to these power issues we've been having or something else.
Okay, we got evidence.
The only thing I remember, and this is really vague, I'm not sure, but I swear the person standing in the living room was wearing something abnormal. I remember seeing all one color for their clothes or all one pattern when I ran by. I don't remember anything else about them. That's the only thing. It all happened so quickly though. Maybe something on their head too, or something covering their face.
My blood type? That's a bit personal. But I suppose the likes of you would like to know these things, however. It's A positive, very common. I know, I'm quite the commoner.
So you wouldn't mind us drawing some blood to confirm?
Actually, I would not.
So you're refusing?
No, I just can't be bothered.
Really? It would only take 2 seconds. We could scratch you off the list of suspects.
Oh, so I'm a suspect now. The truth finally comes out. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Under what pretense?
The victims only seem to encounter a few people in town.
Don't make me laugh. Look, Michael, if I were under arrest, you could poke me full of all the holes you've ever desired. However, I'm not.
Okay. Duly noted. You do not consent.
Shame when things are a bit more difficult, isn't it?
What blood type are you?
I don't know. I always forget. What are you?
So, we asked the hospital for it, actually. Your type, AB negative.
I am? Okay.
So, what's interesting is when you were taken to the hospital, we noticed some dirt under your nails. And we scraped it and collected it. That dirt was actually part blood. It had blood in it. So we put that blood through a computer, and that told us what type of blood it was. It came back AB negative. That's what we got.
Okay.
We know you don't remember fighting anyone, but when we find blood under someone's nails, that typically means there was a fight and someone scratched someone. You definitely don't remember fighting anyone, right?
No. I remember getting hit in the mouth or face, but nothing after that. I don't think I attacked the guy in the house. At least I don't remember fighting him up close. Maybe I scratched him a little when I ran by.
We actually have spoken with that suspect. He's in custody in the county jail right now. We've checked his blood and it doesn't match. Your blood is actually a pretty rare type. You haven't been depressed lately? Have you ever wanted to hurt yourself, hurt someone else? I mean, really badly? Maybe you got into a fight with your parents or someone, or have you wanted to cut yourself? Maybe get really drunk?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Did either of the kids have the same type of blood? AB negative?
Actually, yeah. Alana had AB negative.
So we have two people with this rare blood type. Can we run the test again and make sure?
So what if she was fighting Alana?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
Wasn't Alana dating her ex? So, and the blood was under there was AB negative. So it's probably Alana's DNA that was underneath Hollis.
Am I under arrest?
Technically, no.
Well, then you're not getting my blood.
We can place you under arrest. Don't know where you were at the time of the murders.
My alibi is the truth. I've been nothing but kind in answering your questions today.
And we appreciate that.
So why don't you ask me what type of blood I have? I'm under oath, aren't I?
Technically, yes.
Okay, no need to threaten to stab me. I'm sure you'd like that. My blood type is AB positive.
Type AB positive. As in you're positive, it's type AB, or are you AB positive or AB negative? Which one is it?
It's type AB positive. The first one, full stop.
Interesting.
What are you saying?
I don't know. It's like I'm always around you when the electrical stuff goes crazy. First it was the lights, not to mention the TVs in the surveillance room earlier. I just don't get it. You're like a human lightning rod or something. I can't see how that's possible though. Can we try something?
Weird things have happened today. What do you have in mind?
This can. It's metal, right? Grab one end while I'm holding the other.
So you think I'm some kind of human lightning rod?
Sure, I'll grab the can.
Guess you'll have to come up with some other theory.
Darn. That would be kind of cool though. Guess it's just random. Maybe the room or whatever it is, it's just not.
Nah,
right
you
now.
on the right track. Don't let him gaslight you. You on the right track. Do not let him gaslight you. You did right. You are on the right track.
5 branches of a pentagram. 5 victims. Seems like the spell worked.
So you think it was suicide? Like a mass cult thing?
Let me just point one thing out to you, geniuses. That spell, that ritual, the burning shadows, you didn't have 5 victims, you had 4. It worked, but not like it was supposed to. 4 people died, so something changed. Otherwise, all 5 of them would still be alive.
Remind us what the burning shadow ritual is.
I don't know. I've only ever heard of it from things not to try in that book.
Which book?
The game book.
So what changed?
I guess that's for you to find out.
And then we're gonna look up the burning shadow. We got action.
So, what is this book of games all about then?
Oh, it's all over
Yes, that collection. Well, here, I have a photo of it. Only one I have. I thought you'd ask about it. It doesn't photograph well, however. The Book of Games. It's obscure. Only die-hard believers would know it, or historians. But of course, with the internet, anything's possible now. Most don't think it exists. But the really persistent are obsessed with finding out about it. Only 3 original copies exist. And I know all of the owners. Well, they don't show it to people, but bits and pieces have gotten out. The other 2 copies are on the eastern side of the country. It's from a collection of writing in the late 1500s in what is now New England. If those kids were into it, well, I'm not surprised what happened to them. Did, or worse.
So tell us more. About this book then. You said you were not surprised by what happened to the students. What does it do?
It's not what it does. It's what it doesn't do.
I'm not sure I'm following you. How do you mean?
There's always been this belief that there's some mistake in the writing of the book. That the lines are miswritten. Since the outcome for most of the content is really bad. For all intents and purposes.
Told y'all they fucked around with a spelling and got
As
the
if
ass
the
died.
people who wrote it did so
That's probably what
intentionally,
happened to Jesse and other
since
people.
each one is labeled good, promising all sorts of good outcomes. See, the first arrivals, the first North American settlers who came on the ships, who were in tune with the spiritual dimension, they were smart. They knew they were being killed off one by one in great numbers wherever they were in the world at the time. So they left little pieces of themselves behind in the form of their writing. That work was collected by their peers with a few copies discreetly made, all by hand. And after they died, only their written word would remain. So they left in some parts usefulness to those who knew how to interpret it, but to all others, mischief. So the people who found the book and made the mistake of trying anything inside, usually, always wound up much worse off. The Book of Games was one such collection, but there are others.
So these kids, they try this sort of thing, some sort of spell inside, and don't get it right.
Incantation, yes.
Okay, and that kind of makes you liable, providing something that will knowingly kill them and not telling anyone
Shut
else.
up.
Well, they stole it from me, actually.
You're willing to bet that the jury sees it that way? 5 young, bright students on their way to a sure death.
They stole it, yeah.
Well, eventually, after endless back and forth, I caved.
What did they want? What did you give them?
Exactly what they wanted. My oldest book. A book on Grand Rock mythology.
A book on dangling rock.
That's one thing covered in it.
What else is in it?
It covers the greater area, natural formations and other important connections to the earth. From long ago until my grandmother stopped updating it, there's been a lot of animosity surrounding Dangling Rock and the others here over the years. This tells some of the history between the tribes.
Like Native Americans?
No, well, in part. This goes back before and after that time. It has original writings, history, divinations, and musings from my whole family, generations upon generations.
Where is it? Can we take a look?
It's at my store. I can give you a copy. When I asked why they were interested, I thought they were only looking to get into the basics of spell casting, from what we were talking about. The older boy only replied, he was.
And the book doesn't have that.
No, it has the history of the area, but some important pieces of information too. There are many natural resources, important minerals found in the area. Maybe they were just making sure everything they read beforehand was true, to confirm in the book.
Interesting.
Yes. Unfortunately, that tome really was of no real interest. The boy looked at it briefly and then laughed at me and threw it back on the shelf and almost hit me. He was really after something else. His second request was far more specific. My original copy of the Book of Kings. Let me try to explain more. See, the devil is in the details. There was always a rumor that there was some way of interpreting it in some new way to gain knowledge from beyond what is shown and written.
Like the code.
But that's one way of putting it. I had thought the notion of the interpretation, this rumor, died decades ago. I'm not sure where they heard about it or how they knew I had it. The incantation they were after inside was one of the most powerful. Promises of an unending life and a gift of power on each one of the 5 branches of matter.
5 branches of matter. Okay, time out, hold on. Let me just get this straight. You're saying something from a book, by reading a book out loud, I can have eternal life? Oh, sign me up. So, let me see one of the copies. Because actually, we haven't fully turned the house upside down, and maybe we can still find this one. I'll get on the call right now.
The diary interpretation is no doubt now destroyed when the events are transpired. And even if you did have access to it, you would fail, as they did. You only get one chance at getting it right.
So why aren't people writing down exactly what they tried, and then keep trying everything slightly different until we figure out how to make it work? I mean, that's what I would do.
It's not in our way.
I have some more questions. You said it's the 5 branches of matter. What does that mean?
Oh, I can show you a diagram or draw one for you that would help. It has to do with...
So you were borderline assaulted when you got the book thrown towards you and robbed, and you didn't think to call us. File a report.
It's not my way. Besides, they only left this single piece of paper. The one book was thrown my direction and the other left on the counter, not too serious. How much priority would this Mickey Mouse shop have given that?
We would have taken the details of the incident, gone, and talked to the suspects when we could. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, but I didn't find it that serious.
So they asked to see 2 books. A book on natural phenomena from the area, and this game book.
The Book of Games, yes.
You said they left with a piece of paper. Yeah, what exactly did they say?
Hi,
An old document that was held in the book, part of the diary. The diary of a man who lived several hundred years ago.
What would they want with that?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't know he was holding it when he stormed out. It just seemed like he just wanted to show me.
And after you knew
Yes,
Alana
we
was
are.
with them and that she lived right down the street from you, you didn't confront them with it.
Oh, it's not a movie, it's a
Or
game.
ask for your property back?
5 people versus 1. What could I...
It's like you were just going to let it go and call it good.
Not exactly. That document wouldn't be very useful to them. I knew I'd get it back eventually.
How?
Oh no, just figured it would come back.
Good. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Greg wanted to go to that store that day, the witchcraft gothic one. I
I
wasn't
don't
really
know why
into
my
it.
son keep making all
We
the
went in and looked
noise.
at a bunch of books on the racks, some of the jewelry and the little museum section. Honestly, we were looking for the stuff they had in the display, the old creepy things. And when we looked back, Greg was arguing with the store owner. She seemed really nice before that. Now they were yelling. Greg wanted a book she claimed not to have. Some family thing he really wanted to look at?
Was the book called Grand Rock Mythology?
I think so. She gave him a copy, but he wanted to see the real thing, I guess. She finally went to the back room and got it. He looked through and then asked for some other stuff.
What sort of other stuff?
A different book. It had a bunch of papers in it. He got angry. We weren't really sure why. He just kept demanding them. Eventually she brought something out and he looked at the book, and then before we knew what was happening, he took a piece of paper and left for the door and told us to follow him.
What paper did he take?
I don't know. He was just ranting about the store owner. She obviously bothered him because she wouldn't help him.
Sounds like she helped him. Did it look old?
Yes.
So, something Bruce had, or created.
Probably.
And the book. What was it called?
I don't remember.
Do you remember what it looked like?
Yeah, it had light blue on the cover and some ornate design.
Why did your friend rob the store? From what you said, he seemed like a nice guy. Why not buy the thing?
I don't know. I don't think it was for sale since it wasn't out.
Your friend runs the store.
Would you like to? Oh, I'm playing a
You
game.
didn't know anything about it. Even when you were with him, right?
Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing that it was a robbery. By the time we walked to meet him at the front of the store, he was on the way out. He had some old piece of paper which I didn't notice at the time.
Okay, I know we need to look up 5 branches of matter. Where is that seat? Yeah, I'm at a like awkward angle, so I can barely see the keyboard, so I'm struggling. You know? Okay, here we go. Went through some.
Anything else about the key? The key of John.
I have a lot of books and documents. I'd have to go back to the store to tell you more. I can give you an inventory list if you'd like with descriptions. Hasn't been updated in a while though. Come to think of it, I think last looked at that particular document 30 years ago. But that's not to say it's not exactly as described. Now, what was it?
All right, Ruth. Come on. What do you know about this thing?
I'm not sure. I must be having a senior moment. Something like a song or a recipe.
A song. A recipe. The kid comes in, asks about 2 specific books he knows you have, and then leaves with this old piece of paper. It could have been an accident, but nothing about this case seems like an accident, and maybe it's another knockoff you sell.
Let's make one thing clear, gentlemen. All of the things I sell
You
in
keep
my
passing
store are
lines.
genuine. My store sells and collects heritage Bibles and other heirlooms dating hundreds of years.
Those magic kits you sell for $10 are
Oh,
They
He
bring
talking shit.
genuine joy to those that purchase them.
So the stuff you have in the cabinets is real. The expensive stuff.
Of course. And those things aren't for sale.
Would you mind us coming to take a look around? Maybe take some pictures of your inventory?
Yes,
You would mind.
We could probably get a warrant.
I can make an exception.
Great. Tell us what we'll find out about the key.
Okay, fine. When put together and done on the correct night, the last time moon is in full shadow enough to put the spell they tried should work by opening the portal to the spirit world, since the doorway is at its thinnest. This lets the enchanter communicate with the required spirits to activate parts of the 5 branches or pillars of the Leviathan, or the Sabbatic goat, as it's known in some circles. These refer to improved or enhanced sense, as you know it. The traditional ones, sight, hearing, smell, touch, breathing. Communication is another. Manipulation of matter, that sort of thing as well. Or it could be a combination, making your existing senses heightened and the ones you don't know you have.
Improved breathing, communication.
Okay. Those are the closest words in our language to describe them, but not as you or I know them. Communication can mean talking across various planes of physical existence and locations, or just harnessing metaphysical world to use it in our world.
Talking with your dead relative.
Anyway,
Anything else happen with this ritual? Lights, sound, fire?
death, it always results in death.
So why do it?
That's the big question, isn't it? Keep in mind, it's not always the enchanter's demise. At least when done properly, it shouldn't be, in theory.
Well, what's this thing called, the spell that they tried?
The Burning Shadows Ritual.
Where the pencils go? Alright, Kid John.
So what's this diary page they grabbed?
So we call it the Key of John.
And what's the key of John?
Who? Who's John?
The Key. A document hundreds of years old, stolen by your victims 2 days ago. The document refers to a man called John van Persie, an early 16th century explorer from the Netherlands. He met indigenous cultures all over the world for the first time, gained a lot of knowledge on how the world works.
So was he a witch, or as you call it, a warlock, that sort of thing?
No. But he met many types of people, many spiritual, and gained their trust. They gave him some of their writing to take with him. They knew having it as far away from them as possible would save the true usefulness of the to the old world.
So, you do a spell, incantation, ritual, whatever. You do some stuff on the hill, say some stuff in your house and stuff like that, but what's it all supposed to do?
Well, in this case, the key interprets the part of the game book as originally intended. It imbues the enchanter with newfound windows into the world.
Newfound windows into the world.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to ask for an explanation for that.
Knowledge, power. Your kind would call them abilities.
Power, like superpowers. Superhero stuff?
Whoa! I want to dispose of it.
You smart ass mouth be doing fuck out of me.
I am not used to such events in my court. As you know, I was working around 3 p.m. They barge in and demand to see my most prized books. I said I didn't know where anything was and to come back later. They insisted I find the books and wouldn't leave until they had them. So they needed them now. I tried to tell them how cluttered everything was in the store, but they didn't believe me. One of them knocked over my card displays, trying to make a point, no doubt. I had had enough of them then and walked over to the drawer behind the display cabinet, where I found the books that they were after. They snatched it out of my hands, looked it over, and demanded to see my older, original writings as well. They took the document we're talking about and off they went. I picked up my display of cards and went back behind the counter and finished the day.
Just surprised we didn't get any calls about a robbery at your store that day.
I understand, but it's typically not our way. I tried to stop them. I wanted to give them a fake key, but it just wasn't possible.
Okay, let's look at the island.
So tell us more about what happened at your store with the robbery.
Well, the day started like any other. I did my various daily duties, some light dusting, and then manned the register.
A lot of people come in.
Yes. Well, that's subjective. Several.
Well, when did Heather and her friends arrive?
Good afternoon.
All 5?
Yes. There were 5. At first they were browsing, looking at my oddities and the special collections in the museum cabinet. Things were okay.
I take it something bad happened.
Yes, it turned quickly. They said the normal newer books didn't work. They wanted older things, rarer. Kept saying I knew where I kept them. So insistent. And I refused for a time. However,
Mm, Let me try this one real quick. I got someone tap on my computer now. But
Ever trying to do witchcraft yourself? Seems like you live in the right place for it.
Doesn't everyone when they're younger?
No. But go ahead.
I tried to get someone to like me once.
Romantically?
Yeah, sure.
How'd that work out?
It didn't.
That's all you tried?
Yeah, basically.
Basically?
it's okay.
Yeah, and then the reversal.
Which was,
Undoing it, I stopped liking them. Their little dash of revenge. Kid stuff, though. I knew it wasn't gonna work, and it didn't. The only thing that happens with that stuff is when people end up setting their house on fire.
what do you mean by that?
Oh, I don't know. We had that thing years ago. The house fire outside of town, remember? That was like the worst thing we had before this. Someone died all because of the same thing. What did the newspaper call it? The dog tooth ritual? I personally think Ruth and all her kind need to get out of town. They've been here for too long. People are getting hurt, some innocent, some not.
Like that from the beginning.